everyone, my name is TANNA ERREN EKAMOZA and I'm from English Department 2021 with NPM 2113-04-2005. So in this video, I want to share my summary about the speech that I already searched and also the questions about the speech. So for the first speech, BTS, also known as Bangtan Boys, is a South Korean boy band formed in 2010 and debuting in 2013 under Big Hit Entertainment. Even though they are known as Korean boy band, they have a very high awareness to the society. On April 13, 2019, BTS invited to the event at the 75th sessions of the UN General Assembly, protections of the COVID-19 crisis, mitigating the impact, and protecting the future generation. This speech was conducted by Kim Namjoon, the leader of BTS, and the campaign is Speak Yourself. Last November, BTS launched the Love Myself campaign with UNICEF, built on our belief that true love begins with loving yourself. Some people might not believe it, but most people thought they were hopeless and sometimes he just wanted to quit. But he was very lucky that he didn't give up everything. This is life. He believed that we will continue to stumble and fall like this. The fall within him formed the brightest star in constellations of his life. He had loved himself for who he was and from whom he hoped. After releasing the album Love Yourself and launching the Love Myself campaigns, they began to hear many incredible stories from their fans around the world. How their message helped them overcome life difficulties and start loving themselves recently. Those stories constantly, remind them of our responsibility. So let's take a step forward to love ourselves. We want to hear your voice, and we also want to hear your belief. It doesn't matter who you are, where you from, your skin color, your gender identity. Speak yourself. Find your name, find your voice by speaking for yourself. We have many faults and we have many fears, but we are going to embrace ourselves as tightly as we can, and we are going to love ourselves gradually, little by little. So, what's your name? Speak for yourself. Speech number 2. Priyanka Chopra is an Indian actress, activist, and producer, the winner of Miss World 2000. And Chopra also is one of India's highest paid actress and has received numerous accolades, including 2 National Film Awards and 5 Filmfare Awards. In 2016, the government of India honored her with Padma Shri and also Time named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. On December 28, 2017, Priyanka Chopra delivered her speech about full power of women in variety show. When she was 7 or 8 years old, when her parents started taking her on mobile clinic visits to developing the communities and villages around the town where they live, which was called Fairly. Her job when she was joining the expeditions was a pharmacist assistant. So she would count all the medicine and put them in the envelopes and give them to the patients. She really take her job seriously. The more she involved on the expedition, the more she started noticing the simplest things that were happening in the society. For example, girls are expelled from school at puberty because they are considered ready to marry, while the boys are still enjoying their childhood. Early in her career, when she was 18 or 19 years old, the producer said that if she didn't agree with the terms of the low salary in their films, they will replace her because women are replaceable in entertainment business. This made her decide to make herself irreplaceable, but she also wondered what really moved her and ultimately led her to create the Priyanka Chopra's Foundations in Health and Education, who partnered with UNICEF. Education is a human right and a huge need, especially today. Since then, she was determined to make as many difference in child life as possible, in a big way or small way. What a tragic irony of fate that this beautiful creation, woman, as a daughter today, is one of the most serious concerns facing humanity. Women have their power to change the world. It is a fact. but nowadays women are more likely than men to never set foot. She has witnessed firsthand the incredible work of UNICEF. UNICEF is doing for children around the world, especially the victims, survivors of child marriage, sexual violence, and war displacement. But there is still a lot of work to be done, and for her, this is the reason why she committed for, like her passion comes from. Because she knows that girls' education empowers not only for her family, but society and economy. Speech number 3. Rihanna is a Barbadian singer, songwriter, actress, businesswoman who has been recognized for embracing various musical styles and changing her image throughout her career. The Clara Lionel Foundation, or CLF, was founded in 2012 by Robin Rihanna Fenty in honor of her grandparents, Clara and Lionel Braithwaite. CLF invests in climate justice initiative in the Caribbean and United States and help communities prepare for and withstand natural disaster. Even though she's known as a famous person, but she has a very high humanity in social, of course. This speech was delivered at Harvard University on March 1st, 2017 as Humanitarian of the Year, and the topic is about start helping with one person. By the age of 18, she started her first charity organization. She went to team up with other organizations in the following years and helped so many beautiful souls. We are all human, and we all just want a chance to look at life, a chance in education, a chance at future. In Clara Lionel Foundation, or CLF, their mission is to impact as many lives as possible. That is start with just one person. She knows that each of us has the opportunity to help someone else. All you need to do is helping one person, expecting nothing in return. To her, that is humanitarian. You don't have to be rich to be humanitarian. You don't have to be famous. You don't have, have college educated. It can start from your neighbor or the next person to you, or etc. Of course, and anything, everything, everyone. You just do anything you can help in any way that you can. She challenged each of us to make a commitment to help one person, one organization, one situation that touch your heart. Her grandmother used to say, if you got $1, there's plenty to share. Speech number 4. Haley Hardcastle is a freshman student at the University of Oregon and a student of mental health advocates. In 2020, she was named one of Teen Vogue's Under 21 and 21 most influential young people for her work on passing House Bill 2191, which allows students to take mental health days off from school. Hardcastle works with another teams nationwide to promote student advocacy and come up with creative solution to teenage mental challenge. On February 2nd, 2020, Haley Hardcastle delivered a speech on TEDx Talks on YouTube about prioritizing mental health in school. When she was 6 years old, she found out that she has trauma-induced anxiety and clinical depression. This was all happening during a time of mental health wasn't talked about as much as is it now, especially youth mental health. They were always an option to keep her happy, healthy, and successful student. She used her skill to help other students with mental health challenges. We all need to understand that not everyone has diagnosed mental illness like she had. All of us have brain that needs to be cared for, and similar ways that we care for our physical well-being. Mental illness manifests itself in some physical ways, such as nausea, headache, fatigue, and shortness of breath. At some point, she realized that mental health was much bigger problem than just for herself. In 2018, at their annual summer camp, they held a forum with about 100 high school students to discuss teenage mental health. What struck her the most is that every single person of her peers, had a story about mental health crisis in their school. This was happening everywhere. Based on the research, they found out that suicide is the second leading cause of death for youth aged 10 to 24 in Oregon. In a few months, they made community called Student for a Healthy Oregon and set out to end the stigma against mental health. All the things we heard at that forum in 2018 is that oftentimes stepping forward and getting help is the hardest step. This is not only will start teaching kids young how to take care of themselves and practice self-care and stress management, but it could also save life. We believe that students everywhere deserve to feel better. As the society, we can learn how to manage them by looking after one another and look for yourself too. Speech number 5. DeShawna Barber was the first soldier to earn Miss USA crown. At that time, she was the logistic commander, quartermaster detachment unit for the U.S. Army. On June 5, 2016, she was crowned as Miss USA 2016 by Olivia Jordan, Miss USA 2015 from Oklahoma. She represented the United States of America at Miss Universe 2016, where she entered the top 9 of Miss Universe. On December 21st, 2017, DeShawna Barber invited the University of Maryland as the commencement keynote speaker about giving up the birthplace of regrets. In the summer of 2009, she was 19 years old. She was working in clothing department and noticed a lady staring at her and asking a lot of questions. She was going to be the next Miss USA. She was the first military woman who joined a beauty pageant, and it's hard for her because she needs, to joining the state competition 6 times. The lady said that keep working, don't quit, and keep going back. In December 2015, she won Miss District of Columbia, USA. Hard work pay off. In June 2016, she became the first soldier to win Miss USA. At times, our purpose drops in our laps as if the heavens threw it by accident. Do not fear failure, but please terrified of regret. As giving up the birth of regrets, after you walk out from this door, you will receive 100 doors shut, slam in your face. We will have 100 moments that will be filled with someone telling you no or telling you thank you for your applications, but we regret to inform you that we've chosen a different candidates for this job. The reality of life is that we will all hear more no's than we hear yeses, and we will fail a lot. And she mean a whole lot. But what she asks of you today is not to take no for an answer. Don't be afraid of no's. Be afraid of the possibility of a yes that you have permanently destroyed because we decide to quit before the clock strikes to 12. You can ask anyone, friends, family, anybody. She loved a good no. Please tell her not telling she knew, like adding fuel to a fire that is now set ablaze because of your single no. She loved additional reason to work harder. Please give a reason. So today, she challenged all of you to fight, to work, and not to stop here. To believe so heavily in your aspirations that you too will not fear the word, but instead you will choose to welcome it. Speech number 6. Naomi Campbell received the 2018 CFDA Fashion Award in partnership with Swarovski at Brooklyn Museum, New York. Naomi Campbell is a British model, actress, and businesswoman. Discovered at the age of 15, she has established herself amongst the most recognizable and in-demand models in the late of 1980s, the 1990s, and the earlier 2000, including the modern day and this day. In this speech, she is also a quote. I was told many times that I couldn't do certain things because of the colors of my skin, but I've never let that an excuse and let it drive me. And of course, I'm human, and I found it hard at times not to take it personally. But I stand here today as a proud woman in front of you of color who I will continue to push for diversity and equality in this industry. On June 6, 2018, Naomi Campbell received a Fashion Icon Award. Of course, she never forget everything that her team do when she was young and until this now. Over the years, CFDA Foundation has helped victims of Hurricane Katrina, women in Nepal, and laying down foundations for better lives. Her own charity is Fashion for Relief, which is now its the 13th year, over 13 year. Yeah, it's long. Over this year, they help fashions, they help Ebola crisis, they have sufferers in Africa, they have refugees from Syria, and last but not least, they help education's health and culture. What she loved about her industry is because everyone came together. Is that one things really matter? They can all come together. She told many times that she couldn't do certain things because of the color of her skin, but she never let that an excuse and let it drive her. She also find a hard times not to take it personally. She stand here today as a proud woman in front of us of a color who will continue to push for diversity and equality in fashion industry. Many people said if you are working in this industry, fashion industry, you will, it's only last for 11 years. But she's here and it's been 32 years. 32 years. It's been a long journey for her. She reflects on her life and she shared everything she gained and learned through this wonderful business. People say this business is fickle. They couldn't be more wrong, but it's not in her books. Speech number 7. Emily Olivia Leah-Blunt is a British American actress. She is the recipient of various accolades, including a Golden Globe Awards and a Screen Actors Guild Award, in addition of nominations for 2 British Academy Films Awards. On April 17, 2018, Emily Blunt delivered a speech about women's education and variety show. She was discovered that her daughter learning about Harlem Renaissance at 4. I know. She's also been scolded on lava caves because she's never heard of them before, and the small bump on owl's beak that kind of uses to crack against the shell of bird itself. She sees her daughter that they have yearned to learn. They have craft in it, and return the world short of lights up from them and invites them to absorb the infinite possibilities that are available to them. As for most girls that she knew growing up, that your dreams were not ever going to fall. Your thoughts, your voice matter, and you can make difference. She said this to the incredible Malala Yousafzai when they met for the first time. She and her husband found out very deep connections to Malala because of for women educations, spurred on by the arrival of their daughters. Malala is the name of the 19th century Afghan freedom fighter, the most compassionate of hearts, but courage and will of steel. This girl shot in her hat for championing in girls' educations. Who was she? She, along with her friends on bus, was determined to continue her educations no matter how she tried. But the school were bombed and houses were raided and teachers were killed. She was unbowed and untethered by the intolerable limitations that were placed on her freedom to be in the one place that she wanted to be in school. But the most importantly, that millions of girls around the world put in the same positions. There are over 130 million girls missing out on an education because they have to work, or they have to marry by the age of 12, or they lack of access to school facilities, or they have to care their siblings. Denying them on their fundamental right to an education, Malala Fund is working tirelessly to ensure 12 years of school until they are 18 for every girl worldwide. The potential of socio-economic growth when the other half of population is given the opportunity to learn and then work is limitless. Malala knows this, and they are seeing it firsthand. Communities they have touched, and that if women are given a voice, they will using it. Okay guys, that's all for my summary. I know I have a lot of problem in my vocabulary, but I'm trying. So yeah, that's all, and I hope that my summary was my summary can help you with your society, your humanity. Okay, and see you later. Bye.